yeah, there's a chance that space junk may fall out of the sky, land on me, and evaporate me in the middle of making this YouTube video, but I'm gonna go with that's probably not gonna happen, right? Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. Today I wanted to touch on some scams and myths going around, particularly about the stimulus check, but we'll touch on a couple of other ones as well. The first things that I wanted to talk about regarding the stimulus check, hi Fuzzy, is the stimulus check taxable, or does it affect next year's tax return? And the answer to this is no, on both accounts. The stimulus check is free money. It is coming from the government to stimulate the economy to be used in whatever way you want to use it. Want to pay bills, want to buy food, want to buy a new computer, hey, whatever. You do what you want to do with it. It's $1,200 max or $2,400 max if you're a couple, and it is not taxable and not going to affect next year's tax return. Another one going around question is can the stimulus check be garnished? The answer to this is yes and no. If you owe back child support, yes, your stimulus check can and most likely will be garnished. If you are in student loan debt and your checks are being garnished for that, the answer is it shouldn't be. Right now, the government has put a freeze on student loan debt repayment until September. So theoretically, if your check is being garnished for school loans, it should not affect your stimulus check, but you never know. That's in theory. So another one myth is that people on disability won't get a check. This is not necessarily true. If somebody is on disability and they are claimed by someone else, so they are a dependent of somebody else, they will not receive a stimulus check. But if a person is on disability and they are not claimed as a dependent of anyone else, then they will receive a stimulus check. That stimulus check, even if they never filed taxes in the last ever, they can still get it. If they have not filed taxes, there's a website that a person can go on and put in their banking information so that check can get directly deposited to them. If they do not do that, then a check will be cut and sent to their house at the same place where their disability is received. So that is, I've seen that one a lot. So if you're a dependent, you're not getting anything, but if you're not and you're on disability, you will get a check. Okay, so here is a pro tip that I can share with all of you. The federal government never calls you. They don't call. The federal government will send snail mail. That's it. They send you letters in the mail to communicate with you. The federal government will not call you on the phone. The federal government is not going to call you and ask you to verify your banking information. They're not going to call you and ask you if you still live at that same address. They're not going to call you for any of that. The federal government is going to deposit money into your account, or they will cut you a check and send it to your house. That's it. That's all. If somebody calls you saying, hey, we're from the federal government and you need to verify your information, hang up the phone because they're trying to rob you. That's it. If the bank calls and says, hey, we need to verify your information to deposit your stimulus check, hang up the phone because someone's trying to rob you. The bank is not going to do that. The bank knows your routing number. The bank knows your information. And the bank isn't collecting your stimulus check. The bank is the go-between between the federal government and you. So the bank isn't going to call you and ask for any of your information. Number one, they have it. And number two, they don't particularly care. Just like the federal government doesn't care if you get your money. That's up to you to track it down. They're not going to go out of their way to give you money. If you don't collect the money, they get to keep it. So why are they going to hunt you down? They're not. Be smart about it. Also, nobody's going to be able to get you stimulus money any faster. So if somebody calls you saying, hey, if you pay me X amount of dollars, I'm going to get you your stimulus money faster. Hang up the phone. You're being robbed. That's pretty much all there is to it. The government will give you a check or directly deposit it into your account when they're darn good and ready to. And nobody's going to make it come any faster. They're not going to hunt you down for the information. You got to provide it to them. And the bank, they already know your information, so they're not going to contact you. The only time the bank has ever gotten a hold of me is honestly via email saying, hey, check your account, or through my account saying, hey, you have a message. And that's for fraudulent activity or if I've gone negative in my bank account or something. They really don't care if I'm getting money deposited into my account. So I want to talk about two other scams. Oh, go back. The IRS, by the way, doesn't call this a stimulus check. The IRS calls this an economic impact payment. That's huge. So if somebody calls you from the government, they're not going to, and they call this a stimulus check, then you know they're really not from the government because, number one, they called you, and number two, the government's not calling it a stimulus check. Hey everyone, so while I was editing this video, I saw a news article that the scammers have caught on to the fact that this is also called an economic impact payment, and there are emails and other phishing type things out there trying to get your money because they want to rob you. So if you see any emails or anything that look like they could be from the federal government talking about the economic impact payment, please remember that the IRS only contacts you via snail mail, so please, please, please do not fall for that. Okay, so the last two things I want to touch on real quick. One is a phishing scam. I get one of these a day. Once a day, I get a text message that says, you've won an Amazon gift card. Click this link. Except they don't use my name. They call me James. I'm not James. That was my first tip off. Second, it doesn't come from my Amazon number. And trust me, I order from Amazon a lot. I know what their text messages look like. And third, Amazon is not going to contact me to say I want a gift card. Whenever I've gotten some form of Amazon credit, they just put it on my account because that's how it works. So if you get something text messaged to you or emailed to you saying, click this random link by this random company, or my favorite is when they try to make the email look like it came from somebody within your network, but it doesn't sound like them, and it says, click this link for a prize. I'm sorry, but my principal, he's not asking me to click a link to win a gift card. So pretty sure that's phishing. Please double check that you are not going to be a victim of phishing. Don't click any random links from random numbers. You're not winning anything. Sorry. And the last thing I want to touch on is, in my opinion, one of the absolute worst scams, and it is called a blessing loom or a blessing circle. This is straight up illegal. It is a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme. How these work is there is no product. So you'll get an email or a message or a social media something or another that says, if you buy into our blessing loom or our blessing circle for like $100, $10, whatever, there's a chance that you're going to make like 8, 9, 10 times your money. So buy into our blessing loom for $10, you're going to make $100. The catch is that you will only make that money if so many people are underneath you, okay? And that's where the pyramid idea comes from. The person at the top is going to make the money. They're only going to make money because they're at the top, and the people underneath are going to lose. I have never in my life seen anyone who has made any money from one of these things. At Christmas, there's often like a girlfriend gift one that goes around. I've seen a book one go around. Look, at the end of the day, these are just one giant pyramid scheme. They're one giant way for maybe one person to make money and the rest of the people to not make money. And I really am angered by this because they call it a blessing loom or a blessing circle, and they're definitely preying on people who need a blessing in their life or who believe heavily in this, and that is just awful. It's just awful to take advantage of people who have a genuine need and or a giving heart. So if you see anything that is a blessing loom or a blessing circle asking you to just put in money for nothing, there's no product and you're not going to get anything back. And they're saying, hey, you know, there's a chance you can make this. Well, yeah, there's a chance that space junk may fall out of the sky, land on me, and evaporate me in the middle of making this YouTube video. But I'm going to go with that's probably not going to happen, right? So if you see those, please stay away from them. All right, so summing up real quick, stimulus check. You can get one. No one can get it to you faster. If the government or your bank calls you asking you to verify your info, hang up the phone because you're trying to get robbed. Somebody's trying to rob you. The IRS is not calling it a stimulus payment. Don't fall for phishing scams. Don't click random links. And please, please, please know in your heart of hearts that you're not going to get something for nothing. Stay away from blessing looms and blessing circles. That's it for me today. Stay safe, stay sane, stay informed, do good things, and be good people. Until next time, bye.